So I'm MLA, by the way. I'm an organizer of Disrupt Day 20. I'm just going to go over our action framework for a little bit. We are gathering across neighborhood, regions, issues, ages, uniting to stop Trump, the alt-right, and their whole damn agenda. We're here to kick off a new wave of resistance on the first day of his administration by setting the tone. And our strategy is going to be focusing on choke points, on the streets, special events, galas, and balls. So we have a map here for folks to look over. I'm going to ask if you have a copy of this map already, that you just not take a copy, just because these are expensive and
please share if you can. We don't have enough for everybody.
Sharing is caring.
Off in the morning, there are going to be checkpoints for where Trump supporters and anyone who wants to see the commencement ceremonies and the parade, they will be going through these secure checkpoints, and it's set up like the TSA where you have to walk through the thing and hands up and do the circle. So each checkpoint is going to have a bunch of those, and there's going to be long lines where people fill in to go see the parade. And we're going to shut that shit down. On the map, you'll see the different checkpoints laid out. They're either in the red with symbols, or there are red dots there. And that's where all of the checkpoints will be laid out for both the commencement ceremony and the parade. As well on the map, you'll also see where these symbols are. These are different issue-based groups and communities that are coming together under related issues. And they're going to be spread out at different checkpoints. So an example of this is you're going to have economic justice, which is all the way to the right of this map. That's where their checkpoint will be meeting. The next one over is going to be the labor justice checkpoint. Then continuing on, it's going to be the climate folks, the climate justice group. Then it's going to be Movement for Black Lives, Showing Up for Racial Justice, Trade Justice, Future is Feminists, Communities Under Attack, the Cock Block Brigade, which is the LGBT folks, and then Standing Rock. Initially when this map was made, it was going to be Witness Against Torture there, but Standing Rock folks are going to be taking that one. And anti-war, which isn't listed on here, is going to be taking second and C. On top of this, we will have flying squads that will be leaving from McPherson Square in intervals, and they will be coming and providing additional support to the different checkpoints. Aside from the early morning blockades, we will have other unpermitted marches that will be starting at 10 a.m. I'm not too sure what the starting point is for that, but I'm sure it will be hashed out today during this folks. At noontime, we will be starting the Festival of Resistance, which is being deemed our family-friendly march. It's supposed to be a really good time. We're going to have different floats with trucks with dancers on them, and that's going to be
marching bands, all the fun things.
And that's going to be stepping off from Union Station at noontime. And it will end at McPherson Square, which we have for the whole day as an outdoor convergence space where different groups will be tabling. There will be some heated tents. I believe we'll have a media tent. And at 2 p.m., when the Festival of Resistance ends there will be a rally with speakers and maybe some bands.
Yeah, lots of music, lots of awesome speakers, some surprises in the works. It should be a good rally.
On top of that, there's other targets on this map that you'll see that I didn't speak about. For example, You'll see the birthday cakes, which represents a lot of the inaugural balls. I believe there is one ball in particular that's being targeted tonight, which is being put on by MPI. It's called the Deplore Ball. That'll be leaving at 7:30. And there's a lot of other balls on here that aren't being targeted, which could be a good thing for folks who aren't in any affinity groups yet, if they want to talk about that during the spokes today. Where is the Deplore Ball meeting?
So I would love to ask, there's actually 2 actions planned tonight at 2 different balls. So I would love somebody from the Deplore Ball, who's organizing the Deplore Ball, to maybe make a quick announcement of where people should be and when. Scott, you want to holler from up there, or does someone else want to do it? From up above. And then
So where is the National Press Club? Yes, disgracefully, they didn't cancel. But not to put too fine a point on it, I've had to take a bit of a step back from this. So if somebody else...
MJ, here, you got it, Scott, you're good.
Please come join us. It's going to be at 7:30 at the National Press Club, which is at, I believe, 14th and F. There's going to be music. There's going to be partying. We're going to show them that we have way more fun not being Nazi sympathizers than they do being Nazi sympathizers. There are going to be roles for people who want to shout at fascists, and there are going to be roles for people who want to take a step back and party. Everybody is welcome. Thanks, MJ.
And that's not the only action that's happening tonight. I want to turn it over now to Dallas.
And Candy
And
from
Candy.
the Indigenous People Network.
Hi relatives, my name is Dallas, again with the Indigenous Environmental Network, and so tonight we're going to be doing a flash mob round dance out at the Oklahoma State Society inaugural ball that's sponsored by the Koch brothers and Phillips 66. So you guys are with me, all right. I was a little nervous, but all right. This is going to be a native-led action. We want to highlight the issues of fracking on indigenous lands, but also connecting that Phillips 66 is one of the investors or one of the companies behind Dakota Access Pipeline. So we also are going to be highlighting some of the voices from Dakota Access fight in that space. We want to meet at 7 o'clock at the Portrait Gallery on G Street, on the steps there. So I think that's on the north side of the building, but
On the 7th Street side.
7th Street side. We're going to meet at we're meeting at the Portrait Gallery at 7. And then we're going to move over to the ball from there and have a round dance. So I want to ask that, at 7 we'll be going through like basically logistics, but also through protocol, so everyone are aware of what the protocol is for the round dance and how to conduct yourself in that space as allies. So I appreciate each and every one of you. We'll have a lot of voices there from Oklahoma, but also from the Frontline Fight with our youth council who have been engaged up in Dakota Access Fight up in Standing Rock. So thank you guys very much.
Awesome.
And just to let you know, so it's on 7th and G.
7th and G, the Portrait
And so
Gallery?
it's just down from where the other ball is. And we're only going to be out there for like an hour. We're not going to go in. We don't have people going in. We're going to be on the outside. So we encourage anybody that's planning on going to the other one to just check it out and show solidarity and support with us, and then just head down the street like 6 blocks away. And just thank you for all being here and being in DC. It's like a tropical heat wave here after coming from Hopefully we'll see you there tonight.
Awesome. Thank you, Dallas and Candy.
Sorry, the actual ball, is going to be at Hotel Monaco. It's in the Chinatown area, so it's not too far from the Portrait Gallery. So if you're not there in time, the gala starts at 8 p.m. But just so you know, it's Hotel Monaco is the space.
Awesome. All right. So 2 different balls, very close together. You can go to both.
Yeah, there's a Facebook event page. Sorry. Go to the Indigenous Environment Network on Facebook and you'll see the event page there.
But not right now because we're not having phones out.
Oh, we're not.
We're pretty sure you're not on Candy.
So I'm just going to go over So we're just going to go through a quick working group updates. Who in this room can do an update for media? So let's come back to media. Who can do a working group update for legal? Go, Jeff. Don't be shy.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeff. How's everybody doing?
Good.
Great. How's everybody feeling? Anybody a little scared?
Excited!
Excited? Good. Is anybody a little bit nervous about what's going to happen?
Right.
A little bit nervous? Okay, cool. I got your back.
We got yours.
Thank you. So I'm mostly here. I'm not giving a Know Your Rights training right now. I'm mostly just here to introduce myself. I'm going to be coordinating all of the legal support throughout this weekend. And we're going to be starting up the legal office in just a couple hours. So I'm going to be holed up in the legal office. You might not see me around on the streets, but I have eyes and ears everywhere, so y'all can feel comfortable that we are tracking everybody's progress through the system. Nobody's forgotten about you. And we're going to have legal intake forms that people who are potentially risking arrest can fill out that will allow us to give you better support while you're there. And then we have people when you get out to give you big hugs and check you out of the system, make sure you're well nourished. So we have about 20 volunteer paralegals and lawyers that I'm working with, and it's great to have such a good team of folks. I've vetted everybody. They're people I know. They're terrific. You don't have anything to worry about with them. The only other thing I wanted to mention is there are some different legal support groups this weekend for different protests that are taking place. So the Women's March has its own. The National Lawyers Guild DC chapter is, the green hats. So you'll see some of them around. I work with them closely. I'm part of the National Lawyers Guild. So if you see the green hat legal observer folks, they're people that I'm working with and that are friendly. There are a number of lawyers who are from outside of the area who are not from DC. Some of them are Lawyers Guild and some are not, but who will be in DC. And I want to just make sure that people don't get confused. They're not affiliated with me or the Disrupt J20 Legal, but they may come around asking if they can help or represent you. So they're probably like super nice people and well-meaning, but I just ask that before you talk to somebody about getting representation, you check in with me or somebody else from Disrupt J20 Legal. I just don't want any confusion about who's working with whom. So you're doing legal training?
Yeah.
Okay, so Robbie's going to be doing a legal training a little bit later. It's a fantastic legal training. It gets the Jeff seal of approval.
It's actually going to be Lisa Fithian giving it in the background, but you know.
Oh, okay. Somebody, yes. Okay, terrific. Anyway, it's a great training, and I just want to make sure you all don't feel scared. I know that like talking about arrests and court and all that kind of stuff can make some people nervous, but we got you. Go out, fight hard, do what you guys need to do, and we'll cover you.
Let's give it a round for legal.
And I'll just say, if you want a full legal briefing, we're going to do a legal and de-escalation training from 4:30 to 5:30 in the sanctuary after this is done. So stick around if you want to do legal training.
Is there a legal number that can be given out to people now, or if not, when are they going to get it?
We want to do that there.
There is a legal number, and it will. It's a VoIP number, and it'll roll over to, I think we have 6 different cell phones, so, but I don't have the phone number here, and we don't have the legal support forms yet, but we will distribute all of those a little bit.
It will all be here before the end of the spokes. We'll make sure everyone gets their legal support forms and everyone will have the number. We're not going to take questions right now because we're going to do breakouts and answer all the questions that you have there.
And the next working group we're going to hear from is food. And I'm just going to ask if we can project our voices so people in the back can hear us.
Hi. 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 My name's Rachel. I'm coordinating food. Thank you to everyone who's donated already. So what our needs look like for the next few days, we're cooking all day today to be able to provide food for tomorrow at McPherson. If you are someone or you know people who want to help out but aren't as mobile, aren't as ready to take a risk, we'd love for them to help us cook or help us serve at McPherson tomorrow. So come find me for more information about that. And if you are staying around St. Stephen's all day and you have a car and you're happy to help with some shuttling, I'd also love for you to come find me because we need to move all the food to All Souls. We need to move the food from All Souls back to here. So, what? What's your name? My name's Rachel, and I look like this, and I'll be around. So just come find me and let me know how you want to help. Thanks.
Now let's hear from Art.
Okay. We have a lot of art made. We have an art space where we've been cranking out banners. We have a lot of signs we've paid to have printed, signs we've had donated. So we'll have plenty of visuals. What I'm going to need from every cluster is that someone from each checkpoint come to our art space tonight by 9:30, because we have to get out by 10, to pick up art for your checkpoint. We're trying to keep the art locations a little bit on the DL because of the right-wing attacks on art spaces after the Oakland fire. Some alt-right people have been trying to get art spaces shut down because they don't meet fire code violations. So I don't want to announce the location here. So if every checkpoint group could send someone to me, and I'll write down your checkpoint, I'll write down your contact information, and we'll communicate. If for some reason someone can't come by tonight, it's possible we could drop it off in the morning. We have a U-Haul rented, and my mom is driving me. It's so great. Yeah, she's great. I was raised to be an activist by my parents. But yeah, so we've got like big banners that say "Another world is possible," celebrate resistance, exist to resist, resist and rise. We have a banner for the anti-capitalist bloc that says "Another world is possible," anti-fascist, anti-capitalist. We have a lot of Standing Rock visuals. We're doing Black Lives Matter visuals. When I left this morning, the Futurist Feminist group did a great one that says "Make America Bearable," with Trump getting beaten in the head by a trans woman. So it's all like, it's going to be fierce and flawless. So we've got a lot of media attention for the art. So yeah, and another thing is we're going to need art volunteers at Columbus Circle in front of Union Station and at McPherson Square, because we're going to need help getting the art out. So if you're down to help do that, and we're also going to ask people who want to keep art to make a donation to support the cost, because this has been a totally grassroots funded effort. No artists are getting paid, no organizers are getting paid, and that we want to. So yeah, we're going to need to do that. So that's all I have.
Now let's hear from Action Comms.
I'm going to do this announcement from over here because this is the list of information that you need. So there's, in addition to the legal number, there's 3 other pieces of information that everybody should have if you want to be plugged in to the larger communication structure. So there's 2 text loops that are going to be unidirectional. We will be communicating out to everybody in a giant group. One is for general updates that are going to be happening over the weekend. You can text, and if you were at the last Spokes Council, that number totally was wrong. It didn't work. This is the right one. It does work. Disrupt J20, and you can text that to 88202. Repeat it? Okay. Disrupt J20 with a capital D, and you can text it to 88202 is the number you text to, and that will put you on that list. So that's going to be broad. The more specific one related to action